Betty had been working hard all day, buzzing here and there and back again. She was starting to get tired. Buh, buh, buh. Betty happened to be flying near April, who was lazing in her swampy water. When April heard Betty going buh, 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 April got scared and screamed, "Ah!" Kathy, snoozing in the sun nearby, was startled awake by the scream. When she scrambled to her feet, a hairball got caught in her throat. Kathy hacked away until her fur ball came out. Wanting to flee from the embarrassment of the grossness she just spit out, Kathy headed for town. It wasn't long before she happened upon a curious sight. A circus tent had been pitched just outside of town. She wandered in to see what there was to see. Danielle was practicing her latest feat, balancing on a ball on one leg. She could already do it with 2 legs. And who are we kidding? Of course she could already balance on 1 leg. Duh! Elizabeth was watching Danielle perform her new trick. Danielle called out to her, "What trick do you want me to do next?" Elizabeth thought it would be great to see her bounce upside down on the ball on her head. She also thought it'd be really funny to see her do a headstand while spinning the ball on her tail. "Well, what do you want to see next?" Danielle asked again. Elizabeth couldn't make up her mind. She only answered, Danielle didn't have the patience to wait any longer for Elizabeth's answer. Besides, she was distracted by a smell. "Do you smell that, Elizabeth?" Danielle asked her elephant pal. "I don't smell anything, but I hear something," Elizabeth answered. "I smell fish," Danielle said. "What do you hear?" "Sounds like..." Meanwhile, Hilary the hippo was sleeping peacefully with her nose just out of the water. Irene the iguana started laughing to herself. She tiptoed over to Hilary's holding area at the circus. Eh, 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 Irene peeped at her. Hilary snapped open her humongous mouth. What is it?" She stood and her mammoth mass rose from the water. She looked around and saw Irene. "Oh, it's you, Irene. I'm going to get you." Hilary started after Irene, who swiftly fled. Hilary was soon panting out of breath. She looked around and shouted over her shoulder, "Who wants to spend time with you anyhow? I'll go find someone less obnoxious to be around." Hilary wandered off toward the children's petting zoo area. Hilary greeted Grace the goat. "How are you this fine morning?" Grace didn't respond. Hilary lumbered slowly closer and called out again, "Good morning!" Grace dug in her back hooves and let out a "Get out of here!" Hilary was so startled she started walking backwards, which is difficult when you're a big gal like Hilary. By the time she made it back home, she sounded like this. Joanna the jaguar came dancing by Hilary's habitat. "Hi, Joanna," Hilary called. But Joanna was too focused on her dancing to pay attention. She kept dancing right on past. Karen the kangaroo heard Hilary, though, and jumped over the fence around her enclosure and hopped on over to Hilary. "I heard you call to Joanna and saw her ignore you," Karen said indignantly. "Seems no one wants to be around me today," Hilary said sadly. "That's nonsense," Karen said. But just then she heard something clanking. It was the keys of the animal keeper. She was making the rounds. Karen didn't want to get in trouble for leaving her area and hopped off, leaving Hilary alone again. "Bye," Hilary said to no one. Why does no one want to be around me today? Hillary moaned. Why? Leah the lion came wandering past. Hillary thought she was going to answer her question, but all she said was, Leah! Oh no, was all Hillary could say.